last week we lost Theo, right? I think
Mm-hmm.
we brought that up last week that Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner, had passed away. Right after Malcolm Jamal Warner passing away, Ozzy Osbourne, beloved Ozzy, the rocker, the man that was on the show The Osbournes, passes away at the age of 76. Now, I was a little hurt. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was a little hurt hearing about my man going out like that. I am an Ozzy Osbourne fan. You did not know that. But yes, I love me a little bit of Ozzy. You know what I'm saying? Give me a little Hellraiser here and there, Crazy Train, you know.
You ain't biting off the head of no bats, are you?
I don't believe in all
that. Okay, you make it sense.
Just because I listen to the music, my brother, don't mean I'm doing things.
I understand. I understand.
I'm about to say, I hope not.
No.
Yeah.
But overall, Ozzy has passed away. Before we get to the next person, because there is someone else, let's just take a moment and talk about Ozzy real quick. Any fond memories, feelings, hearing about this situation?
Well, of course, I think for me, I started seeing him, when they had the reality show. And that's how I kind of got familiar with him. And I think I was more sad for Sharon, because they've been together for a long time. And just to think his wife, like her without him, I don't know. But that was kind of my first thoughts. But I feel like anyone that makes it to their 70s, like that's a blessing. Like they say the average lifespan for males is like 71, I think. So if you make it past that, I feel like, that's a long life.
Right.
But it definitely was not on my bingo card. Like last week was just death everywhere. Like it was just so much going on. But yeah, they said that he had just performed and I just, it didn't. It just kind of came out of nowhere.
Word.
Not really big on Ozzy Osbourne. I know some of the songs. I know one of his songs that's been sampled so many times. I did see a lot of people paying tribute to him on TikTok though, and I see he had some great music sound like too. He had some great sounding songs. I can give you that. But I'm not a big fan of Ozzy Osbourne. It's sad to see that somebody else in pop culture has passed away. He died like 2 days after Malcolm Jamal Warner did.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Which
not only did he pass away, but
Yeah.
Chuck Mangione passed away as well from, if you know who Chuck Mangione is. If you don't, just go watch King of the Hill. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Go watch King of the Hill. You'll know who Chuck Mangione is. You'll be good. But there was a bigger person a little bit who also died this week. Terry Jean Bollea, also known to, it's Bollea, also known to the world as the immortal Hulk Hogan, passed away at the age of 71. I have very mixed emotions on this, and I'm gonna let y'all go first because I think this one might be a little tangent for me personally. But I have very mixed emotions. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were saying like, "Why are you saying rest in peace? He's a racist," blah blah blah. I mean, I don't know. I think when I sent it to you, you said the same thing. Like we both were just kind of like, It's sad because of course he's like a wrestle legend, but in the same token, he wasn't. He wasn't really good to the Black community. So
no, I get you. Yeah. Cash, what's your take on?
I mean,
he lived in your state, man. He lived in Florida, so
he lived in Tampa, 40 minutes away. Yeah. I'm gonna have to just separate the man from the art here. Yeah. What he did in the ring was, I guess he helped, further the WWE at that time, WWF, into mainstream more. He helped save it basically. I can't speak on him as a human being because I didn't check for him, on the regular. So I didn't really care about what he had going on outside of the ring. What's up, Chef? I really don't feel no type of way about Hulk Hogan and him passing. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You feel me? He wasn't one of my favorite wrestlers or anything like that. Damn sure wasn't one of my favorite actors. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, he sucked as acting. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was just trash. And so anyway, I think this is where I'm at with it, because because now I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be very honest with all of you guys, because I should be honest with you guys on here, right? I should be very transparent. I had memes of the ass that I was sharing with my homies, my black homies in the wrestling group. Shout out to my boys in our wrestling Discord. Shout out to my bros over there. But we was talking shit. Prince, though, he up in that motherfucker. But we was talking big fucking shit. And I mean, we was talking like we was making, like, Prince made an AI of the devil leg dropping Hulk Hogan. I'm not gonna lie about it. We had shit like that. Straight up.
I'm still here.
I know. We had shit like that.
Oh wait, let me get it right.
But I know he's a human being at the end of the day. I do understand where everybody's coming from. I understand why people are hurt. So I get that, because I was a Hulk Hogan fan when I was a child. I think every child who started watching professional wrestling, especially in the 80s, was either a Hogan fan, a Macho Man fan, or an Ultimate Warrior fan. You was one of those three. Everybody else came after. If you like Piper, you was older and you understood what was going on. Wrestling would not, I agree with you, John. Wrestling would not be where it is today if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. I will say that. But that's where my accolades for Hulk Hogan stop. Hulk Hogan, and I'm not trying to be that guy, and I don't want to bring up all this bad shit, because a lot of people feel like, oh, well, you should forget about that. You should move on about the whole racist thing.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not forgetting that. I'm not forgetting the things that I heard about that you done backstage to people. How you held back talent. How you was racist back there too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up here and bash him, because that's not right, because this man is not here to defend himself.
Give a damn. Fuck him.
I'm just, but no, that's what it is. Yeah. For me, it's just like, he passed away. I feel bad. He's a human being at the end of the day. He's a human being at the end of the day. He lied about a lot of stuff. I didn't even give a fuck about him. Like, because a lot of people were like, oh, you don't like him because he endorsed Trump, huh? And I'm like, I don't even give a fuck about who he endorses. Yeah. Who he endorses is his business. That's like me telling. I don't care about that. But the things he did say about black people were hurtful. That hurt me, because I was a super Hulk Hogan fan. I had a Hulk Hogan backpack when I was 6 years old in the first grade that had Hulkamania. Every time I would go out and buy action figures or wrestling action figures, Hulk Hogan t-shirts, bandanas, brother, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, exercise so you can get these 24-inch pythons. I'm about to be very vulnerable with you niggas right now about how much I used to love Hulk Hogan. There was one time when I was about 6 years old, and this is when I did not know the distinction of pro wrestling being real and fake, because at that time, there was not a peek behind the curtain as it is now. The lines were very blurred in the 80s and 90s. A lot of people thought pro wrestling was real, believe it or not. Some people knew, and motherfuckers would tell them, they like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. That shit is real. But in the aspect of that, right?
I think we all were.
I remember crying. I was watching professional wrestling on a Saturday. I'll never forget what I was watching. I was watching WWF Superstars. It was on channel. I live in California. It was on channel fucking 11. Okay, this shit came on at 12 o'clock in the after fucking noon on Saturday. This is how traumatic this was. If you're a wrestling fan, you remember this name and the wrestler by this name of Earthquake. Big motherfucker who wore a big ass blue singlet. His real name was John Tenta. Rest in peace, John Tenta. But this motherfucker beat the fuck out of Hulk Hogan. Not only did he beat the fuck out of Hulk Hogan, this nigga sat on Hulk Hogan. I'm telling you, look up John Tenta. This motherfucker's a big round motherfucker. Sumo. Earthquake. From the natural disasters. He sat on Hulk Hogan. And they yelled out, Hogan died. Hulkamania is dead. Hulkamania is dead. Hulkamania is dead. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on. Gary Anthony. Hearing that Hulk Hogan was racist when you grew up on him was a definitely stab in the back. It shows why kids need more representation in everything. Absolute fucking loopy. I literally cried that whole day. I cried that day. I remember yelling out the window, I cannot come outside because Hulk Hogan is dead. That's being real with y'all. And so I want y'all to understand, like, I loved Hulk Hogan. I loved Hulk Hogan deeply because he was a hero. He was a hero. But my hero stabbed me in the back. My hero that every time Hulk Hogan came back, I didn't give a fuck where he was at. I was watching because I was a Hulkamaniac, brother. I was that.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do? All that. Doing all that. But that motherfucker turned around and said, if you heard what that man said, and it was a private conversation. It was a private conversation. Let's be real. It was a private conversation between two people. And it was recorded. And most people are racist in private. 90% of motherfuckers are racist in private. I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. Black, white, Asian, all you motherfuckers. All of you motherfuckers are all racist. You're right. 90% of the time in conversations at home. Why? Because you are comfortable and no one is going to hear you unless you are around the group of people that you are going to disrespect. Mm-hmm. That's just the real shit. But I still will not forgive him because now I know how you see me and how you perceive me. If I am not a successful black man, I'm a nigga. No, not a nigga, a nigger. I'm sorry. Let me get that correct. I am a nigger and I am at the lowest of the low. I need to be making money like you are playing basketball. I got to be like Mr. T out here. And that's what killed me. That hurt my feelings. So that motherfucker I can understand what he has done for professional wrestling. And I thank him dearly for that. Thank him dearly. But that's it. That's where it stops. And I have that right. Also, I want to say one more thing before I finish this. Fuck Michael Rappaport. I want to say that out loud. Because I get the whole hero complex shit, bro. I get that. I understand that. But you can't tell me, nobody can tell me how to feel about that.
Okay.
Especially somebody who ain't never been called a nigga.
Exactly. Now, you have no vote in this.
You have no say. No. And I blame Spike Lee for bringing you to the table, bro. I blame Spike Lee and John Singleton for bringing you to the fucking table. I swear to God. I swear to God. I hate that's one. If I ever had to give them niggas sins, that would be that sin. Why would you bring this motherfucker to the table? Because he think he can just come in and just be the savior to everything. Like, you don't speak for us, bro.
You don't.